Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I wanted to share with you guys how to achieve this beautiful bronze goddess look. I used a lot of new products, some from Tarte, and what was the other one that I used? I think it was the, let me grab them for you guys so you can see, because these are the real standout products. So the three standout products are the Naked Heat palette, which is such a beautiful palette that has all of the best brown, like warm brown shades. They scream bronze goddess, so I was obsessed with this. I had to include LeBron's, the Jackie Aina collaboration with Artist Couture, their Diamond Glow powder in LeBron's, and a new fave, these Tarte chrome paint pots. This one is in the shade Park Avenue Princess, and it is absolutely stunning. I can't wait for you guys to see how it turns out because it's so gorgeous. And just to let you guys know, in the video I was using a different pair of lashes for the most part, but then I switched over to the Nubounsom lashes in Dragon Lee, and I'm just obsessed. It completed the look. It made me so much happier. Like, the whole time I was looking at myself and I just kept thinking, man, I just want to add some winged eyeliner, but I didn't. I kept it simple, and I think these really just made it that much better for me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'm gonna stop talking now and let you guys just see the process. I've already prepped my skin, I've moisturized, and I've also added some lip balm because my lips have been going through it. The temperature is just so cold that I need to make sure that they're nice and like hydrated, so I did that already. For the eyes, I'm going to start off by using the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade medium. This has been my current favorite. I love Maclean Low, but I wanted to give that a rest, so I'm just applying that. And lately I feel like my eyes have had some redness on them, so this is certainly helping. Blend that out. And let's see what happens. I don't quite know what kind of eye look I'm going to be doing, to be honest. I just know that I want it to be really bronzy, and I have products in mind that I want to use, but we shall see. So I noticed that the Naked Heat palette doesn't have a bone color, so I'm just going to dip into the Baked Browns by Joseph Colors and use that light shade to set the concealer in place. This will allow the blending to be a lot easier, and the formulation on these eyeshadows are phenomenal. You guys already know. If you saw my December favorites, this was on there. So I'm going to dip into the palette, and I'm going to use Sauced as a transition shade. Be careful with this palette, it is a little dusty, but I promise you it blends really well. I'm just going to put that in my crease area like I do every other video. I still have yet to do my brows. I know, don't judge me. There's just been so much that's going on lately that I haven't had the chance. I've been working non-stop, and it's not always easy, but they will get done before my birthday for sure. I also plan on going a little bit more blonde soon. I cannot wait. I used to have ombre hair, and it was like what defined me, and then I changed to like a light brown and slowly started transitioning to darker, but I just want to go back. So I'll definitely be doing that soon as well. And just so you guys know, I've just been dipping into the same color. I haven't changed it yet. Now what I'm going to do is go into Low Blow using the same brush, just dipping it in there. I'm going to go ahead and apply this on the outer corner. Don't poke yourself. I almost did there. I'm going to go into the shade He Devil. Blend that out also in that corner, but focusing it a little bit closer to the, like half. The, focusing it more on the inner half of the eye, or the outer half, instead of the outer third. Now I'm actually going to use the smaller one And I'm gonna go into Fuego. So it's like a pencil brush portion of it. And I'm gonna focus it on the lash line. And I'm gonna start stamping like a little V shape right in the center. Good. Flip it to the other side and blend that out. And you can see that there's starting to get like some fallout. It's okay, I'll clean it up. Now I'm using this brush. This is actually one of the Kylie brushes from like her first brush collection. I think it was like last year during the holiday. It's not the best brush at all, but it helps to diffuse it. So I'm just gonna use this little guy. Go back into Fuego and just, I don't know, add a little more color. Really grabbing some color. There we go. Because I wanted to place it just below where we have the other colors to make it look a little bit more intense. I'm going to try really hard not to do any wing liner today. I can't promise it, but I'm going to try. Perfect. So you can see the difference already forming, and it's nice and like rounded, so I didn't want it to be too pointy. What I really like about this palette too is that it lends itself for building up color, and you can really customize it. Like this color, you can make it as dark as the color in the pan, or you can just give yourself a nice light wash of it. Okay, again blending down. Or not blending down, but looking down into the mirror as I'm blending. Perfect. I'm gonna do that a little bit more on this side. Such a pretty color. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with the little pencil brush, and I'm going to apply Fuego just on the lash line a little bit more, because I feel like I lost some of that intensity on the side. Now I'm gonna add the chrome pot in Park Avenue Princess. I'm a big fan of using my fingers, so I'm gonna use my pinky to apply it. Ah, it's so cool. Let's apply that right on the lid. This is stunning. And it's so smooth. Oh my god, you guys. I wish you could like feel the formulation on this. I have so much on my fingers. Wow. So I'm gonna grab the Naked Heat palette just to use the shade Fuego and the same brush again, just to blend out the edges. So cool. That same brush, I'm just turning my head around so I can get that inner corner. Oh yeah, perfect. I may go back in with that same chrome pot one more time. I'm gonna dip back into the chrome pot, again using very little because clearly there's so much pigment in these. I do not want to waste any of that. So pretty. I'm gonna add a little bit of eyeliner in my inner rim just because I don't want it to be super bare. I'm not gonna apply winged eyeliner or any kind of liquid eyeliner. I am gonna apply lashes soon, but I just want to get this step out of the way. I'm gonna apply some mascara as well just before getting my lashes. For the lashes, I think I'm gonna keep it really simple. I'm just gonna use the Madame Wispy lashes from Koko Lashes, and let's see how it looks. So I'll be right back after I finish applying these. And just like that, I added some lashes. These are actually pretty cute for the look. They're like very long and wispy. I'm going to intensify the eyeshadow just a bit more because I feel like it just needs it, you know? So I'm gonna go back in with that En Fuego shade. That's like our most used color for sure. And I'm just gonna intensify it and round it out a little bit more. And going back in with Low Blow, almost said Heat Blow. Low Blow, I'm gonna use that shade just to blend it out a little bit more. I really like how it's coming out. I'm gonna add just a smidgen more of the Tarte Chrome Paint and Park Avenue Princess, just because I can't get enough of it. They killed it with this formula. It reminds me of the Colourpop eyeshadows, but it's like even more intense. I just did my brows and I concealed them with MAC Studio Finish Concealer, and I used the Arch Brow Sculpting Pencil from Hourglass in the shade Dark Brunette. They take me forever to fill in, especially when they're not done, so I figured I'd do it off camera just to save some time, and it worked. For primer, I will be using the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This stuff is really good. I haven't used it in a while, but I figured Bronze Goddess, this is definitely the way to go. So I'm just going to apply it mainly on like the center of my face. This is one of the few primers that I feel like doesn't make me oily either, which I really appreciate. And you know, you just don't get that a lot these days. You either get like super bronze or super like mattifying, and you know, so this is a good one. For foundation, I will be using the Pro Glow foundation from L'Oreal. This is such a good, like, inexpensive foundation, and during the colder months I like to bring this out as well because I feel like it gives me nice coverage. It makes my skin look youthful and glowy when it's super cold outside. To apply the foundation, I will be using a kabuki brush from Sigma. I just like to put a couple of drops in there. The shade is a little dark, but I'll fix it with some concealer, so I'll just apply it on my cheeks. And I don't feel like I need a lot of coverage either, so I'm really happy with this. This side looks like it has a little bit more coverage than this one, so I'm gonna apply just a little bit more product. So just a couple more drops. There we go. Ooh, I think I added too many. Now that I have my foundation on, I'm going to move on to concealer. So I'll be using the Shape Tape concealer from Tarte, and I'm using the shade Tan. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some under my eyes. Because the foundation didn't give me like a crazy amount of full coverage, I feel like this will certainly help in those areas. And it also helps to balance out the foundation color that might have been just a tiny bit darker than I needed it to be. I always feel like whenever I purchase a drugstore foundation, it's just always too dark. And that's something that I just have to cope with, but it's okay. So I'm just blending that out, and I'm going to try to like round this out a little bit more. It's not super round on this side. I normally tend to like go, you know, have a sharp edge, but I don't want that this time around because I want the eyes to look a little bit rounder. To blend it out loud in place, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my favorite Sephora Collection number 60 brush. I know it's dirty. I need to clean my brushes. I probably will do them after I film, but I just wanted to get, you know, one good use out of it before I clean them up. And already we're looking so much better. Then I'm going to start doing the under eye area. I learned this trick from Aina. She said that she leaves her concealer on a little bit longer than, or she leaves her concealer on underneath her eyes a little bit longer than everywhere else, so that it just gives her the most coverage and it looks the best. So I feel like that technique is pretty true And of course, just kind of like using the same brush to just round out that eyeshadow a little bit. To set the under eyes, I'm going to be using the NARS Translucent Crystal Powder. I've really been enjoying it. It keeps me nice and bright. And it also adds a little bit more luminosity to the skin. Okay, on the nose, my chin, my forehead. And then I'm going to also use a little bit more just everywhere else. That just happened. I'm gonna clean it up, don't worry. Let me push my hair back. Oh, I feel so soft though. I think that's why I like it so much. That's like a nightmare, you guys. This has happened to me once or twice in the past. I feel like I get powder happy, you know? Oh, but the finish is to die for. Okay, so I'm gonna swirl my brush in here. Get on the lid, tap out any excess, and then pat it on. For bronzer, I had to pull out the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer, and I'm using it in the shade Radiant Bronze Light. I'm gonna grab a big fluffy brush and bronze away. You would not be a bronze goddess if you didn't have a crazy amount of bronzer. And this has such a beautiful sheen to the skin that it's just to die for. Again, super expensive, but this is one of the products that you definitely want to save when there's like a VIB sale. And I've had it for a really long time and I hit pan on it, but I feel like it's just a must, you know? To contour my skin, I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown Natural Bronzing Powder and a Sigma contour brush. So I'm just gonna go in and give myself a chiseled effect. Nothing crazy because I feel like, not bronzing, but contouring doesn't always work for my face as much. But I just want to give that subtle illusion. For blush, I'm gonna use the Double Play blush from Colourpop. And this one is in the shade Getting Handsy. So it's this guy right here. It's very neutral, reminds me a lot of NARS Madly. But I'm just going to apply that to my cheeks. Part of the reason why I chose this blush is because it's nice and matte, so that it gives me the opportunity to really go crazy with the highlight. So doing just that. Now I'm going to use a setting spray just to get rid of some of the powdery effect that my skin has, and it also will prep the highlight that we'll be using today. So I'm just going to apply a little bit. I love the scent, and the spray is a dream come true. Love it. But by the way, this is from Glam Glow and it's the Glow Setter setting spray. I mentioned that in my yearly favorites and it's so good. So I'm just going to give myself a quick fan. For highlight, I'm going to use Le Bronze, and I'm going to be dipping my brush in there very, very gently and just placing it on my cheekbones. So pretty. And you want to blend it out if you feel like it's going to be a little too patchy, because it is on my skin, which is why I don't place it on my nose, but I still rock with it. I really need to get my hands on the Le Peach. That's what I need to get next. And then on top of that, I'm going to add Glow Goals by Nikki Tutorial and Ophir Cosmetics. And this will even it out on my complexion, so a little bit of that. I can put this on the center of my nose. Get my the little tip of my nose as well. So shiny. Put that there. Add it to the sides. It's okay if you're going crazy, because we about that glow today. looks so pretty. Going back into the palette, I'm gonna grab Cayenne and I'm gonna place that right on top of Enfuego. Just to warm it up a bit more. Using a mixture of Cayenne and Enfuego, I'm gonna put that on my lower lash line. Make sure to tap out any excess so you don't get crazy fallout. And because I love this shade so much, I'm also going to place that on the bottom center. I try to use a flat brush, but let's see how it comes out. Okay. You guys, the camera keeps cutting me off because I get so into the look, but I just added a little bit of Le Bronze on the eyelids and it looks so stunning. I'm so happy with it. For the lips, I am going to use the shade Hover from MAC. So I'm going to use this to line my lips really quickly. So the lip liner didn't really work, but I'm just going to go ahead and use the shade Cork from Dose of Colors to fill in my lips. It's a really pretty chocolatey brown, and then I'm going to top it off with a gloss. And for gloss, I'm going to use one of my ultimate favorite glosses. It's pricey, but she's cute. It's from Dior, and it's in the shade Mirror. And that's the lip look. It's such a moisturizing lip gloss. It's very high end for sure, beautiful package, but the color, like, let me see if you guys can really see it. It's stunning. Definitely a go for me. And look how pretty that is. And there you have it. That is the look. I'm gonna go ahead and change my shirt just so that it looks a little bit more put together, and I'll be right back. So if I look a little different, it's because I do. I changed it up. I changed the lashes completely. The other ones are cute, but I think they just look better with winged eyeliner. So when I wanted something a little bit more bronzy, I ended up using the Nubounsom Dragon Lee lashes. They look phenomenal. I mean, they give me the effect of a liner without actually having liner, which is A+ for me. And then on my waterline, instead of keeping that nude color, it didn't really show up on my eyes at least. I used the Scandalized Bad Girl Bronze. This, I don't know if they still sell it because I feel like I've had it forever, but it's just the perfect bronzy shade like that. And I just put that on my waterline and like I smudged it a little bit, and I think it really completed the look. I am obsessed with it. I really wanted to step out of my comfort zone in terms of like having winged eyeliner, and I think this did it. Like, it gave me everything I needed. The glow is real. Like, if you were here in person, I've been trying to take some selfies and I feel like the light keeps going out or in and out because of the glow, but I think it looks really pretty. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was kind of a long video because I don't really do like talk throughs, but I wanted to change it up a little bit. Again, I would love to hear some advice, whether you guys like talk throughs or if you like just, you know, voiceovers. Let me know in the comment section below. If you guys haven't already joined our little family, what are you doing? Make sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys.